Hello, my friends. I hope this finds you well. I hope you are taking good care of yourself and good care of all of the others that you interact with. This is a time where we need each other, and it's also an opportunity where we can truly support each other. Right now, so many people, for good reason, are caught up in some fear and some anxiety, the unknown. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's the situation going to develop into? Am I going to be okay? Are my loved ones going to be okay? What's going to happen with the economy, with my town? These fears, these concerns can dominate our day. And if we're not careful, they can get out of hand and go away from constructive problem solving, working with the facts that we need to a lot of unnecessary projection and worry and anxiety. And we can forget the opportunity that we have right now to live, right now to clarify what's important to us. It's times like these that we can find opportunity in adversity. So many things that we used to worry about just a few short weeks ago. How big are those concerns right now? This is an opportunity today to live, to recognize for ourselves, what are we living for? What is really important to us? What are our values? What's really going to matter? When our time finally does come to an end, is it all this stuff we've worried about our lives, throughout our lives? Or is it how we lived our lives, what we contributed to the greater good, to each other? Is the world a little better place because we were in it? Yesterday I saw a couple of dear friends on an online meeting, and they live in the town of Paradise. And if you may recall, that town got totally destroyed in a fire. Just one day, it wasn't there anymore. They were survivors. They got out, and I got to talk to them. They were in their house, one of the first houses rebuilt in Paradise, California. They're survivors. Things change. People change. Tragedy happens. But also, resiliency happens. People have come to the rescue. Most of those people, nearly everyone, survived. Their lives are different now. Many of them live in different places. Their life's different. In truth, we forget this, that our world is always changing. And while people think out loud that we're about to walk through something we've never walked through, that's true. However, it's not something that we collectively, as humanity, have never walked through. We've had pandemics, we've had wars, we've had times where tornadoes have taken homes out. We've had adversity throughout humanity. And we're still here. And we're still developing this opportunity to explore how we face adversity. What's going to develop out of this? While we fear how we may lose certain things, there's also the opportunity to recognize what may come out of this. A whole new way of relating to each other, new ways of connecting that we haven't thought of. Look at the inspiration around with live music performances. Look at all the web conferencing. Look at the resourcefulness that we see around us. And more importantly, look at the humanity. Those people that are showing up and finding ways to be supportive. This is all around us. So while it's important to recognize the challenges that we do have and stay up with the latest news, it's also important to not confuse worry, fear, and anxiety about things we have no control over with constructive problem solving, focusing on things we do have control over. The message I'll want to give every day is don't let our fear of losing the lives that we do have, the way we live our life, don't let those fears prevent us from actually living the life we do have right now. We have life today. Let's show up for it. Let's show up for others. Let's stay appropriately connected. Let's see how we could be helpful. And let's also attend to a real reflection on what is really meaningful to us. Clarify what's important to us. And also don't forget to have some joy in some of this. Though it's grim and difficult, there are joys that we can share. There are little kids making videos on how to wash your hands. There are people getting together to sing together, to share stories together. Let's stay connected. Let's remember the power of we. Thanks so much for all that you are giving back in these very difficult times.